Okay, The Fly, 1986. One of the things I like about this film is that it moves really quick, really fast and really quick, which is cool, because I think when a film knows what it's supposed to do, it doesn't have to move that slow, depending on the film, the story. But a lot of the times, films are just too slow. They try and get too much in that is not needed. All right, so The Fly, 1986, was produced by Mel Brooks. He didn't want his name so much on the film, I don't think, because he was more in line with comedies and stuff like that. So there's different ideas about what The Fly is really about, right? So it can be about numerous things, I guess. One of the theories is that it's about just dying of old age and it's sped up, or someone dying of cancer or something like that. But it's done in the format of the Fly horror film, the teleportation, right? So this is what I think the film is about, right? This is what I really think the film is about. I think it's about when man is on his purpose, when he's focused, when he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He has all his faculties. He has a logical mind, right? He has what he needs to do what he needs to do, whether it's inventing teleportation, whether it's inventing a jet engine for a new plane, whether it's making a movie, whether it's building a house, whatever it may be, right? And what happens a lot of the time with men is that they get taken down because they look at a relationship with a woman in the wrong, incorrect way. The way that the system trains us to view it, to put woman on a pedestal as if the woman is higher than the man, which is not true, right? So I'm not putting women down by saying that. I'm simply saying that it's a fact, all right? It's an observable fact. A man is the head, not the woman, okay? And women are just as important as men in another way, but they've inverted everything. So just say there's a love triangle between the three of them. Jeff Goldblum's character, John Getz' character, and Gina Davis, right? So this is what I think happens. I think that the Particle is the name of the magazine that they both work for, Gina Davis and John Getz. I think the particle of the Fly infects Jeff Goldblum's head, okay? And that thought of attachment and wanting the woman emotionally in the wrong way, he makes some ridiculous decisions, all right? And one of the decisions is that he goes through the teleportation unit without testing the baboon first, and he gets drunk because he's jealous. All right, when you're in an emotional state and you're jealous because you think, oh, a woman's doing this or a woman's doing that, who cares, dude? Who cares? You'd be better off focusing on your purpose and doing what you're supposed to be doing instead of getting attached to some woman. Okay, because they don't like that for a start either. They don't like men like that. All right, so everything's been inverted. So he gets jealous and he makes an irrational decision. All right, so this is the way I look at it in loads of ways. Sex makes men weak. Okay, it makes you weak any way you look at it. Even when he's having sex with Gina Davis in the film, she says to him at one point, she says, "I don't even know how you have any fluid left. We've been doing this for hours." Right? He's lost his masculine touch. He's lost his fluid. He's lost his energy, his masculine energy. And he goes into getting emotional with her. So he starts to get angry. If you notice in the film, you're jealous, and he starts screaming like that, right? And then he tries to get another woman. He tries to get another woman, and he starts competing with a guy, arm wrestling for the woman's attention, right? This is another thing that's incorrect, right? So attachment hinders his movement. Okay, he can't teleport anymore. Okay, he's now stuck because he's attached. He can't transport. Okay, so even if you look at it at the end, it takes him down. The whole thing takes him down. He loses parts of himself. Even at the end of the film, right, he starts to fall apart. His flesh starts to fall off as he's trying to make her more attached by throwing her into the teleportation unit, and then he was going to attach all of them together, him, the baby, and her, attach them into one body. All right, so he starts to fall apart. Even if you look at this picture here with Gina Davis, he's put her into prison in the telepod, trying to make her more attached. This is what I think the film is about. All right. So when you lose that touch as a man and you start to overvalue woman and you start to get jealous and you start to have thoughts about the woman only, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to you're going to destroy all your work, which is what he done. He destroyed all his work. And another thing as well that I want to point out as well, just to try and connect on with this theory, right, is that he tells the woman about the teleportation unit. Why are men talking to women as if they're on the same par as them, or that they should be taught? Like, why did he go to her? That's a mistake. You see, he opened up to her. He told her his secret. Shouldn't be doing that. That's what I think the film is really about. Right now, just to connect on two other points I want to make with the film. Right, the first one is Jeff Goldblum gives the most fantastic performance I've ever seen. Guy should have won an Oscar for it. I don't care if it's a gory horror film. It was absolutely sensational, right? And the last part is the triangle between Stathis Barnes, Jeff Goldblum, and Gina Davis, right? He's like this white knight, right? He's like this beta male orbiter waiting to see if he can get back with her again. And what happens to him? Even when Gina Davis makes the decision to go out with Jeff Goldblum, she gets pregnant. The other guy is still hanging around. Why is he doing that? Because he's weak. Because men have given away their power to women. Okay? So what happens to him? He loses something, right? At the end of the film, when he tries to protect her, even though she made the decision to have another man's child and to go with someone else, he was there, or maybe I'll get her afterwards at some point. He lost parts of himself, right? Because he done that, he lost parts of himself. He lost his hand and he lost his foot, trying to be there for a woman who didn't want him anymore. Didn't want him anymore. So that's what I think the film is about. I think that men lose a hell of a lot internally, spiritually, when they run around after women and they get drugged by women. And I'm not even blaming women here. Men do it. We have to become way stronger in this area and see the dangers of becoming attached, becoming jealous, and all these things. They're going to take us down in the end. We're going to fall apart, and all the work that we've done through our life, it will all be destroyed because of an emotional connection and attachment to woman. I yield.